Welcome to the interview strategy, part 2, matching your skills to the job qualifications. My name is David Bigelow. Today we're going to look at how to match your job skills to the qualifications that are required in the job application that you're applying for. Once you've identified your vision and identified your strengths, you need to start looking for a job that has those strengths and that wants those strengths to perform that job. For me, my strengths were in considering issues in their context, intellectual ideas, a disciplined work schedule, deliberative conclusions, and consistent processes. And these skills most closely aligned with a position like a business analyst position or an operations specialist position. So I started applying for skills in that area. I want to reiterate a portion I mentioned in the last video, and that is volunteering to use your skills. Take the skills and the strengths that you have now and apply them wherever you can in the position that you currently have in volunteer positions. Those opportunities will give you strong success examples to show that you have qualifications, even if you have not worked in the career path for which you're applying. I had never worked as a business analyst, but I was applying the skills that I had in the situations that a business analyst would use those in project management. So it was easy for me to take the skills that I was currently using and apply them to a situation that I had never faced before. So the first thing to do in identifying your skills is to think about the skills that you use at home. It may be in finances, it may be in carpentry, it may be in organization, it may be in music. Whatever skills that you have that you use around the house, list those all out. Things that you like to do, things that people have said that you're good at, list those out. Next, list the education you've had. And this can be everything from formal training, high school, college classes you've taken, a degree you have, a certification that you have, a technical license that you have. It can be formal education or it can be informal education, maybe just a class or two that you took. Maybe books you read on a subject that you took and applied the information to gain the skill in that area. Maybe videos that you have watched, a video series where you have intimately taken that knowledge and applied it to yourself so that you know the information firsthand and you've used it. So second is list all the education that you have that demonstrates your skill sets. Third, look at your work experience. And this includes jobs you've had. It also includes volunteer positions that you've worked. Take those positions and take success examples where you've demonstrated the skills that you have and you've used those skills successfully for a successful outcome, either in the volunteer position or in the work experience that you have. Now that you have your the skills that you've listed from your personal experiences, from your education, from your work experience, now you want to look at the job application and look at the skills that are listed there. Take those skills and for each skill, write down 3 examples from your experience that demonstrates that you have successfully performed that skill set in a work environment, in a volunteer environment. You want poignant examples that show I can do this job successfully. Here are 3 examples. For each of these 7 or 21 skills that you're asking for, I have 3 examples for each one that show that I can do this job. This will give you ability when you're in the interview to go point by point quickly showing why you're the best person for the job. Now take that list of skills that the job is asking for and memorize that skill set. Different memory aids that you have, maybe taking the first letter of each skill and making a word out of it, kind of like a Scrabble word. Whatever way that you memorize a set of information, memorize those skill sets that the job is asking for. You must be able to rapid fire name those skill sets and list 3 examples of how you have demonstrated success in that skill set for each one. Rapid fire, bullet point, going through the interview quickly. You only have 25 minutes in an interview to successfully show your skill sets. You want to be able to rapid fire go through each skill set and say boom, boom, boom. This is how I demonstrate proficiency in this skill. So memorize that list and memorize 3 examples that you show success in that list. For example, a recent position that I obtained was, one of the skills was project management. So I had to show ability to pull together a team, to put together a work plan, to identify the objectives and purpose of the project, to identify the requirements of the requirement, to identify things that were hindrances to completing the task. So each of these skill sets I had to demonstrate and show that I could do that. The same thing with you. Every skill that's asked for on the job, find an example to show that you demonstrate that skill set. So this part of matching your skills to the job, I think, is key, and I think it's what a lot of people are unable to do. They fail to see how that they can show that they are the person for the job. And I feel this point right here that I've demonstrated is the key that so many people need to find. I've had a manager come to me and say, hey, I've got 250 staff members. I've heard you interview. You've been in several interviews. I know how you do it. Would you please train these 250 staff members how you interview? I'm skilled in this. I'm an expert in it. I know how to help people get their skills across in an interview so that the employer can see you're the one that I want for this job. If you have questions about this interview process, feel free to email me at interviewstrategy@gmail.com. I'll send you the free guide that I have that's helped so many people get that next promotion. If you have questions about how to better prepare for an interview, drop me a line at interviewstrategy@gmail.com and I'll be glad to answer you. At the end of this 4-part series, I'm going to be offering a consultation to help you with your interview process. It's going to be giving how to identify your vision, help with identifying your strengths, matching your strengths and job skills, and also a mock interview to help you with preparation. And I'll be giving you feedback on that interview. This consultation, extensive as it is, it's $100 today. If you sign up and say, hey, I've listened to part 2 and I want the consultation, I can sign you up for $40 today. And this is at interviewstrategy@gmail.com. Again, you'll get the help with identifying your vision, help with identifying your strengths, matching your strengths to the job skills, and a mock interview with feedback. This is very valuable, very helpful to many people that have used it. I encourage you to apply for it. It's typically $100. Today, if you sign up, it's $40. Let me know. I listen to part 2 of the interview strategy, interviewstrategy@gmail.com, and I'll sign you up. Good luck. I wish you the best.